Hello, Renee Flamond here. I keep forgetting to have you like, subscribe, and share. I keep forgetting to ask you that. I'm supposed to say that all the time, I guess. But if you could please do so, it would spread the word on this and get it out to everybody. That's what I'm trying to do. Thank you. When you realize that, when I was trucking along with my narcissist before I started the research, that was painful enough. But once I started the research and I started to learn, there was quite a few months when I was into the research that I was still denying that my narcissist was a narcissist. Or, no, I knew he was a narcissist because mine is textbook. Oh my God. If you look up narcissist, mine, you're going to see the picture of mine right next to. So if you want to know who I dated, just go in the dictionary, look up narcissist, his picture will be there. So I knew that they defined him and I could see all the, signs. But there's something in you, I swear, that you just hold out hope anyway. You do. You think, well, okay, he's a narcissist, but he is telling me all these things. I was literally not hearing the research. Not hearing it. I was like, no, but he's not just lying to me now. I mean, he did then, but he's not now. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. But the day that it hits you, that the research is right, the day I realized the narcissist was actually who the research shows that they are, and that it was all true, is a crushing blow. Because that was the day I had to accept what I had been putting off accepting. And I still have something inside me saying, ooh, but maybe he cared. But the day that you come across and you have to accept what you've been avoiding accepting, meaning they never cared, they really did lie, they really do say all these things to other people, they really just are trying to play you, keep you on the hook for their own enjoyment as a bench warmer, to pull you in as old supply when their new supply gets stale, all of those things. When I realized that all of those things were also applicable to my textbook narcissist, even though it took extra time for me to realize that, it's like a second destroyer inside. It's just because you think, oh my God, I stayed all that time. And I felt foolish. I want to share with you that. That's a vulnerability that I will share with you. I felt very foolish. That was hard to process. But the day that you realize that it's all true and that they never cared and that they lie and that all of that, it was an excruciating crush of hope. That's the first thing that goes out the window. Because, of course, that's what we hold on to the entire time of the relationship is hope, 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 hope. So when I finally caught on, and there was this incident and that incident, and I was like, you're lying. It was just, I told you before, I can't keep my mouth shut. I'm going to say it. So when you finally challenge enough and you realize it took me that path, I don't advise challenging your narcissist, but that's what I did. But when you do finally realize, it finalized any hope and brought about even more feelings of, oh my God, I let this happen one more time. With all the back and forth. So I still hadn't realized until my very, very, very last go-round. I was learning about this disorder in the latter part of my relationship with the narcissist. I started to tune into these videos, and when I say latter part, I mean we were broken up, but there was still a lot of back and forth. So I'm home learning about these, and he's trying to do this, and I'm maybe responding and hoping and wishing that what he was saying was true and forgetting all the bad memories, and I'm educating myself, and for somehow, some way, our brain likes to remember the good memories. That's a defense mechanism against the pain. Yeah, that's something I had to learn. So that when your mind goes into, it's kind of like a Stockholm Syndrome person who gets kidnapped and whatever. It's actually a lot like that in a narcissistic relationship. You start to romanticize their kidnappers and they won't leave even if they get a chance. That's because it escapes their brain, that they want the pain to escape their brain. So your brain naturally, to help you defend against those horrible feelings of what's happening to you, like in a relationship with the narcissist, starts letting you think of the good memories with your narcissist. The Stockholm Syndrome candidate, they start to envision good things. Well, they fed me and they're being nice to me, and that's a whole other thing. But I'm saying there's some similarities. So your brain clicks over and it starts to remind you of good things. That's tough, because then you start to believe what they say again, and you're going to listen to a Hoover, and you're going to have more hope, and you're going to, oh, but that memory was good. He couldn't have been lying then. That was a whole weekend of fun, and he was, relentless about his feelings for me and telling me good stuff. These people are manipulators. They're very good at what they do, and some of them are extremely cunning and extremely forthright and giving with the love bombing, and it can make for you to say, they can't be lying. Who could say all that? Who would do all that? Who would say all that? Well, here's the thing. It escapes us that the research, somehow, when I was doing all the research, it escaped me. Just escaped me. Just didn't even just occur to me that they were talking about my narcissist. And I'm being funny on purpose, because I think that's what happened to me. I'm reading it, I'm learning it, I'm seeing it, I'm understanding it, makes sense, all of it, clinically, emotionally, everything I learned, all made sense. But somehow, but they're not talking about mine. In many ways they were, but the fact that he lied about everything and never really cared, they're not talking about mine. He cared. Oh my God, of course he did. And I'm not trying to douse anybody's relationship and say they never cared and they always lied. But I can tell you this, that there were some things in my relationship that were demonstrative to me that the research is correct, and that he never cared and he always lied. And to this dying day, to his dying breath, he will profess love for me. He will profess he wants to marry me. He gets messages to me in his ways and lets me know all of these things. It's to keep me on the hook. He's trying to get to me, to keep me on the hook. I'm no bench warmer. I am not number 2, number 3, number 4. Nope. No way. This girl is not a bench warmer. And I want you to have that kind of faith in yourself. Heck no, you're not a bench warmer. You're number 1 and only, and that's it. That's all you want to be. Unless you're in a polyamorous relationship, and that's a whole other thing. God bless you. But if you do want a monogamous relationship, you want to be number 1. I'm not a bench warmer. I'm not someone you call on when your new supply gets stale or out of line. That's what helped me snap into position, because we were broken down. Find somebody that's trying to call me. No. And that's when the research hit me as being spot on. And it just hit me. You're lying. Because if they weren't, they wouldn't be with New Supply. They'd be with you. If you ever did have a relationship where you broke up and it was healthy and they came back to get you and you got back together, they tell you they love you, they come get you. They're with you. If a narcissist is with somebody else, but calling you going, but I still love you, baby, and I want to be with you, and well, I challenge them and say, well, then why aren't you? They can't even answer you. They've moved on to New Supply. They don't understand that that's what they did. But they certainly can't answer you as to why you're telling me you love me, you worship me, you're going to make a life with me, you want to marry me still, Months and months and months this went on. Yet where are you? Actions didn't line up with words. That means they're lying. Took me months at that end of the already being broken up but being hoovered. It took me months towards that end to realize, oh my God, he's exactly what the research shows. They really do come after you with everything they've got without coming after you with everything they've got. It's just words. Takes nothing to send a text, leave a voice message, get messages to you through friends, try to reach out. Takes zero effort. Zero. Especially in this day and age. Touch of a button, takes nothing. But did someone show up at your doorstep and stay there with you and show you, enough time and action, which I've said that before, to prove to you that they do feel the way that they are saying that they feel? Or are you just taking it at face value because it sounds wonderful? My narcissist was so good. The things he would come up with, oh my God. And I've shared some of them with you on past videos. And I will again, because he got really creative. And it's tough to think, he doesn't mean any of those things. But one day it just hit me and I said, he doesn't mean any of those things. And he's saying them to other people. So that day is a crushing blow. But I encourage you to keep an open mind to get to that day because it's what helped me leave. Finally, I had already left. But make me stop the hoovering and stop the contact. That's made me do that final leaving stage of, you know what? You're just lying and you say that to everybody and this isn't what I want in my life. So, whatever stage you are in with your narcissist, next time they're love bombing you or hoovering you or whatever they're doing, look at them and listen and try to determine if their behavior lines up with their words. Because if not, they're lying. And they do fall into the category of a narcissist 100%, right down to that part. And it's very painful to think that they never cared and they're lying and it was all nothing and da-ba-ba. So, and I won't lie, deep down inside, I want to think part of him did love me or whatever, but the research, the people that make all this brilliant research would say, don't kid yourself. No, he didn't. They don't have the capability. But I hold on to that little piece just to make me feel better, I guess. I'd like to think that I meant something to the person. I don't want to just walk away from it thinking it was completely... So look, I'm still not buying all the research. I'm still not. So I'm still working through it. It's a work in progress for all of us. But for the most part, yeah, when I started listening, I thought, wow. It's true. They lie. So do your research, watch your narcissist, and you come up with your own conclusions. But I caution you to keep your eyes and ears open because the research is brilliantly spot on. That's it. Chin up.